Out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
Chilly waters, Lake Michigan right now. Grand Haven on the beach. We're at 57. Coldwater 82. Kalamazoo, we're at 84. We broke records for most of the inland locations today. The warm weather is going to continue this evening. We have a perfect evening for any kind of outdoor activities that the storm's holding off until most likely after midnight tonight and affecting the overnight hours. So you want to do something outside tonight, bottom line, you're in good shape. Storm reports, we'll start you here. We had a wicked storm push north of US 10 earlier this morning. No storm reports across West Michigan, but you can see those blue diamonds near Manistee. And 79-mile-an-hour wind gust and some pretty substantial damage in western Manistee County. We're going to take you there hopefully with some video coming up in the later newscast this evening. But there's talk of a tornado damage. Doesn't seem likely at this point, but it does seem like there was some very substantial straight line wind damage in Manistee County. We'll hopefully have more on that coming up later at 10 and 11 tonight. Storm Track Live now across West Michigan. We're all dry, in really good shape. To the north, we've got storms that will continue to push across the Leelanau Peninsula up toward the Mackinac Straits. These storms will not affect us. The storms that will affect us are along a cold front off to our west. An explosive line of severe weather here from about Ashland, Wisconsin down toward northeastern Iowa. This is continuing to push off to the east at about 30 miles an hour. Now, the individual cells are moving to the northeast at about 55, but we're concerned about the mean movement of the line of storms along and ahead of the cold front. Let me put a track on the line of storms here, because this is going to be the trigger to take the unstable atmosphere that we have now across West Michigan and produce thunderstorms. About 6.5 hours away for the lakeshore, so that puts it just after midnight. You move that into 131, closer toward 2 a.m. Berrien County and western Allegan County about 7.5 hours, and then getting closer to 2 to 3 a.m. for Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. But here's the thing, as these storms continue to traverse to the east, they will hit Lake Michigan. Not quite icy cold, but in a relative sense icy cold. And these are surface-based storms for the most part, so that's going to knock these storms down. So by 2 to 3 a.m. when those storms get over over to the other side of Lake Michigan, for us it looks like they will be much weaker. Now, I won't rule out a severe weather episode, but it doesn't look like we're going to have anything close to what we're going to see in Wisconsin over the next several hours. In fact, this is most likely going to be an outbreak of severe weather here in Wisconsin. A lot of lightning too. We've seen about 6,000 or 7,000 strikes in the last hour or so, and here's the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook. You can see the bullseye on the other side of the lake. We are under a slight risk for severe weather, and again, the timing on that after midnight tonight. Winds gusty out of the south, piping in that warm air. We're at 84. Grand Rapids, look at the lakefront though, 56 here in Muskegon, but you move inland at the airport, we're at 77. Same thing here in Holland. Big difference from the lakeshore to just moving inland, where you can get away from the cooling influences of Lake Michigan. 24-hour forecast, the clouds start to thicken up. We're still dry here at midnight. Temperatures right around 77 now. As that front pushes across the lake, it hits the line of storms pretty hard. So you can see this particular computer model saying, it looks like we're going to be fairly weak in terms of storms overnight tonight. I won't rule out a severe weather event or two. Hail, perhaps some strong winds, but it looks like it'll be much less likely on this side of the lake than it will be on the other side of the lake. Take a look at temps over the next 24 hours. This goes from 7 p.m. tonight till 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We take a hit of about 20 to 25 degrees. 8-day forecast, windy, some lingering storms tomorrow morning, and then pleasant weather here for Tuesday and Wednesday. Some showers and another fairly decent sized storm system pushing in toward next weekend. Cooler weather and the chance for rain to mix in with snow for the last half of next weekend. And it's 84 right now. Yeah. We're talking about snow as a small possibility next weekend.
West Michigan, right?
It is what it is.
All right. Thanks, Kyle.